Let's do this sum that we left in the previous video. Here the angles of triangles are in AP as same as the previous sum. So we have taken the angles as A minus D, A and A plus D. And since these being the angles of triangle, the sum of these three expression has to be 180. And then we add them, we get 3A is equals to 180. So A turns out to be 60 degree. Now the second statement that you get is the number of degrees in the least to the number of radians in the greatest. Talks about number of degrees in the least, and we have taken them in degree. They are in degree, that is why we written in 180 degree. Some have three angles. So the sum of the degrees in the least, that is degrees in the least means A minus D degrees. And then the number of radians in the greatest. Now you have to, greatest is this one, you have to change it into radians. And how do we change degree to radians? Multiplying it by pi by 180. So we write here A plus D into pi by 180. And this ratio is given as 60 upon pi. So what do you find? Pi and pi cancels. This 180 goes here and 60 cancels 180 3 times. So finally what you will get is 3 times A minus D is equals to A plus D. And when you simplify this, you will have 3D going as 4D, and here you will have 2A. So 2A is equals to 3D, 4D sorry. Okay, and A is equals to 2D. So D is half of A, that is D is 30 degree. So when D is 30 degree, you can find all three angles. 60 minus 30. 60 minus 30 is the first angle, 30 degree angle. The next angle will be 60 degree, and finally it will be 90 degree. So the angles are pi by 6, pi by 3 and pi by 2 in radians. They are in degrees, this is in radians. Okay children? Now we move on to the next concept of the very important concept, that is called the approach of trigonometry through circular system or unit circle approach, where we will define the trigonometric function of real numbers. Now children, you know that in the previous class I have already told you that the theta in radians will always be equals to the length of arc upon the radius. And you know that L is the arc length, which is a real number, and radius is a real number. So I have already shown you that theta in radians is a constant angle and it belongs to real numbers. Now what will happen if R is equals to 1 unit? That means if I take a unit circle, what will happen? Then the length of the arc will be equals to the radian of the angle subtended at the center. So length of the arc will become equals to the length of the arc will become equals to the angle subtended at the center. That means if I take a unit circle, this is a unit circle. I've taken a unit circle here with center as O, radius as 1. This is all 1, and from A it moves to point P anti-clockwise, and reaches this covering a distance of x. Then this angle in radian will also be x radian. That's what I mean to say. And if it rotates clockwise and reaches to position B, it reaches to position Q. Then covering a distance x. In that case, this angle would be minus x, because the minus has come because of the rotation being clockwise. So this is what you need to understand. Now let us take a coordinate axis x o x dash, y o y dash, with O as center. If I draw a unit circle which intersects these coordinate axes at 4 points, which intersects the unit circle at 4 points at A, B, A dash and B dash, and a point starts moving from A anti-clockwise along the circumference and reaches to point P covering a distance of x, then the angle subtended at the center by the arc AP will also be x. Why? Because this is unit circle of radius 1. Radius is 1. Okay children? Now what you find here is that if I drop a perpendicular from here on and mark this as M, then you know that with the coordinates of P as A comma B, if I mark, then what you find that this is A and this is B. Now what will be cos x then? Cos x will be A upon hypotenuse, which is 1. So A will be equals to cos x, and what will be sin x is equals to, sin x is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, which is B upon 1. So, and this will be x, A upon 1, and sin x will be B upon 1. And moreover, if you want to find out, you will get that A square, if you apply Pythagoras, A square plus B square is equals to 1, and then you put the value of A and B here, you get the first identity, that is cos square x plus sin square x is equals to 1. You even get this identity, sin square x plus cos square x is equal